Hello, everyone. Hello, world. This is Ben Coleman, one of your many hosts, Florida Aviation Network, coming to you live and in the clear here at Reno 2019. And as usual, here in the pits, you never can tell who you're going to run by, but we're so fortunate to have somebody I've known for many, many years. I would like to consider her a good friend, and she has made it to quite an impressive role here at RARA. And this is Miss Bobbi Thompson. Bobbi?
Well, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Bobbi, touch me. Oh, I feel so much better now. The energy, the electricity coming out of this. And Bobbi.
No, I need some.
No, I'll leave some. And Bobbi, just want to recognize Bob, your dad. Bob, thanks for joining us here.
Thank you.
Say hello.
Hello.
There we go. Bob's 97, and my goodness, World War II vet, and proud to have you. Thank you for your service, sir. And thank you for bringing Bobbi to us, because the world's a better place, and that's a testament. But Bobbi, tell me, what is your role here with RARA?
Well, I'm one of the members of the board of directors, and each board member has specific duties to do during race week and all year long, actually. You know, all year long we're trying to raise funds and get new sponsors for the event, and always plan to have a better, more exciting event for the spectators. Part of my role is the Checkered Flag Club, which is the high-end ticket with great speakers and great lunches every day. Also working with the National Aviation. Vote on your favorite aircraft. It's going to be a big, big deal. And then I also work with the production company that's doing the filming for NBC.
What do you do in your spare time, Bobbi?
Nap.
Bobbi, and by the way, this is a plug for the Checkered Flag Club. Initially, people say, "Well, how much is it?" It's like $200. Stop and think about it. That's $200 for prime seating, lunch, beverages, all week long. Well, once you're a member.
And major speakers. Today we had Dick Rutan.
See, and so $200, somebody says, that's awful expensive. Stop and think about it. It's a value if you stop and think about it. So rush down, and do you have any more tickets?
We have a couple of day tickets left. Sunday sold out.
Okay, there you go. Get here early. Bobbi, RARA, we've been through some years, and all the years I've been coming to cover this, both with precious metal, and I was a safety guy for the precious metal team for many years until we had our fire. But what are we going to do, Bobbi? Because there's some talk about RARA. Oh, they're not going to make it. They're going to go away. They're pricing themselves out of the industry, and they're just, the big names aren't here, and insurance is so expensive. What is RARA doing to keep this institution, this association alive?
Well, we're officially already committed through 2020. And it's always sad that people want to talk the negative and not the positive. Mm-hmm. There are so many exciting things going on. If you haven't witnessed the Stoll Drag Race yet, that is a new event this year. It's our 7th race class, and it's absolutely a hoot. You've got to see it.
And explain to the crowd, to our viewers here, Stoll.
So you have aircraft that are typically your Bush-type aircraft with the big Tundra tires, and right in front of the grandstands, they take off. They get about 20 feet off the ground. They race to a point. They have to land, spin around, and race back 2 at a time. So
we're on parallel tracks.
Parallel tracks.
Wow. I'm embarrassed I haven't seen that yet. But I got a feeling that we're going to see it this year. We're actually going to get a film strip of it.
Oh, yeah, you definitely got to see it. You'll laugh the first 3 times, then you'll actually get to see it.
And you talking about pilot ability. I mean, these guys flying the jets, flying the unlimited, takes a certain amount of skill and ability. But flying the Stoll, a little tailwheel aircraft, it's stick and rudder. It's all seat of the pants. That is, it's a different category of flying.
Well, and it's an aircraft that most of the people can identify with, that maybe many of them have flown. But as far as the outgoing years, we're committed to making this work. We've had some tough financial years, but we're starting to get our sponsors back, looking for more sponsors all the time. Steel has been a great corporate sponsor. We're so happy to have them as part of the team. But everyone wants to talk limiteds. Mm-hmm. But if you've got a $6 million aircraft, you're really thinking twice about racing it. And finding pilots that can fly those nowadays is even tough. But the jet class has gotten bigger. There's a Vampire racing this year that's already hit 513 miles an hour. Wow. You'll want to watch that.
That's an all-wood jet?
The wings are definitely plywood. And then it's shooting fire out the back end. crazy.
It just don't get any better. And by the way, a lot of our folks are young viewers, and we hook them young to bring them into this industry. But the thing about Florida Aviation Network, we started. It's all about safety. I'm a former FAA inspector, airworthiness, and I got involved with this to share that passion of safety. How does RARA approach? Because this is dangerous. This is a dangerous sport. But if it's done with a safety-conscious mind, and you try to put so many layers of safety into it, how does RARA keep this event as safe as possible? Because the true word "safe" is free from harm. As we sit here, we're not free from harm, but you can do things safely. How does RARA approach safety as far as doing it safely?
Well, we have killed a lot of trees with policies all dedicated to safety. Plus, as you know, we have pylon race school every June. So if you haven't flown here in the past 2 years, you've got to go through school again. A lot of guys do it every year, no matter what. Or if you change into a different class, you got to go to school. All the records are very detailed. All the credentials are very verified. We also do simulated accidents and incidents, and we go through a process with all the local fire department and all the rescue people, the RIMSs. We go through a very detailed exercise with them, so that if something does happen, nobody's thinking about it. They know where they need to be and what they need to do.
Bobbi, I've heard of it, and the scenario-based training and the tabletops. I've never been through it, but someday I'm going to cash in my piggy bank, and I do want to come through PRS. But I fly a 1941 Interstate Cadet. Do you think the course would tolerate a 1941 Interstate Cadet?
I think that might be perfect for the drag race with the stall.
Okay, there's a fit for everything here at Reno. And RARA is, I'm proud to see that there is the intention, Fred Tilling is, I'm learning more about Fred, and the more I hear about Fred, I'm impressed.
He's an amazing guy. He's just done tremendous things.
Stand by, Bobbi. We have the most friendly yellow jackets and flies here at Reno.
But I think what doesn't get talked about often are the uniqueness of the guys that are flying these airplanes. We have multiple astronauts on field. We have generals from all over on field. There are so many unique personalities. For someone that doesn't even particularly get excited about airplanes, coming to meet the really great people in aviation, this is the spot to be.
And Bobbi, nothing against our astronauts, nothing against our generals, but some of the most important people we have to talk with is in the Formula One hangar. We got some rookies back in there, some folks flying the Pumpkin from Canada. Matt and his wife. I'm normally pretty good with names, Barry. I'm good with names. I never can remember her. Blair and Matt. We're going to talk to them. They're rookies, and she had the opportunity to be disqualified yesterday for getting too low, and she was a little bit disappointed. Says, Blair, that's all part of racing. You're going to stump your toe. You're not going to be perfect right out of the chute, but you got to practice. You got to come back year after year, and you get better and better.
Well, that is part of our safety. It looks like they're just out there flying, but there's very strict conditions that they have to follow. And when we talk personalities, some of the great ones are down those Formula One and biplane hangars. Yeah. Go talk to them, and you'll have a wonderful afternoon.
Well, and that is the entry level. Usually, you gotta earn your stripes here at Reno.
Well, we do have one sports guy that's flown here 38 years.
38 years.
38 years. So in 350 some races. So even the non-rookies are flying in the sport in the biplanes.
It gets in your blood, I guess, Bobbi. Bobbi, thank you so much. And Bob, thank you for bringing her to us. And she's got a lot of things to do, and we don't want to hold you up anymore. But thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's all good to talk to you.
As well. We'll do it again sometime.
I took her for her first airplane ride when she was 3 years old.
And it hooked her. She's done some great air show events herself. And, we're going to get into what, the background of Bobbi one of these days, and when we got some more time, because it's going to take a while. We're going to have to dedicate at least an hour or two for that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Bob, for your service. And 97, I hope I'm up kicking around and riding in the golf cart when I get your age, too, someday. Bobbi, thanks again.
Thank you.
And we'll let you get back to work.
Okay.
In other words, Fred said, get back to work.
Just remember to Photoshop.
Photoshop?
Yeah.
No, we can't put any more beauty in it. It's going to break the camera. Okay, thanks so much, Bobbi, and everyone here at Reno. They're such a great group of people, and if you haven't been here, you need to be here. Come to the Valley of Speed. We'll see you next interview.